Hello everyone, I am Mr. Ruel Humawan of St. Paul University, Dumaguete. In this video clip presentation, I will give you a brief orientation to the course Understanding the Self. From the title itself, it's obvious that what we're dealing with in this course for the whole semester is the self, or yourself in particular. Understanding the Self is one of the 8 general education courses offered in the new college curriculum. Besides Understanding the Self, the other general courses are as follows: Contemporary World, Purpose of Communication, Art Appreciation, Ethics, Readings and Philippine History, Mathematics in the Modern World, Science and Technology, and Society. The course description of Understanding the Self, as stated in the CMO number 20 of 2013, or the CHED Memorandum number 20. And I quote, "Understanding the Self, or UTS, introduces major theories of personalities, or the self, its nature, development, and dynamics from different perspectives, as well as those forces and factors that lead to the formation of self and identity." What is given emphasis in this particular context is the introduction of the major theories of self, as propounded or as explained by philosophers, psychologists, sociologists, and anthropologists all throughout the history of mankind. In addition, and I quote, "UTS, or Understanding the Self, also provides an experiential learning so as to ground these theories and perspectives in students' concerns and issues relating to the personal self and identity." Meaning, to put into context the discussion of the major theories from different perspectives, the learning opportunities of students should be experiential, in the sense that those learning opportunities given by teachers will directly address the concerns and issues of students related to the personal self and identity. Now, maybe you will ask the question, why it is offered to college students? Or what is the rationale of the course? The rationale of the course, or the reason why it is offered to college students, that in each one of us, there is what we call as the inner directive to know oneself. Meaning, each one of us wants or desires to know who we are. As Socrates once said, "Know thyself. Unexamined life is not worth living." Because of this inner desire of self-knowledge, philosophers and ordinary people alike try to answer a very fundamental question: who am I? This fundamental question, who am I, each one of us asks, is the most relevant question for you, my dear students. It is also the most critical, pressing question for you as adolescents. Because we know in psychology that adolescence is the most turbulent stage in life. It is a stage in life which is believed to be a time of vulnerability and great possibilities. Now, the course contents of Understanding the Self, it is actually divided into 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is about the different perspectives of self. Again, as mentioned earlier, we have philosophical perspective, psychological perspective, sociological perspective, and anthropological perspective. Then second chapter has to do with impacting the self. Then the third chapter has to do with managing and caring for the self. Now, if you look at in chapter 1, if you look at the diagram, you can see the self is viewed from the different perspectives, namely, of course, philosophical, sociological, anthropological, and psychological. In view, or a little background of the philosophical perspective, philosophers address a very fundamental question about the mind-body relation, or that is commonly known as the mind-body problem. Sociologists also look at the social factors influencing the self. Anthropologists, particularly they are dealing with culture, or how culture influences also the self. psychologists deal with inner dynamics of the self. Anyway, we'll be dealing more of this one as we go on with the course. Now, let me give you the main objectives of the course, again stated in the CMO. The first one is that this to facilitate the exploration of the issues and concerns regarding the self and identity to arrive at a better understanding of oneself. Secondly, to develop a more critical and reflective attitude while enabling the students to manage and improve themselves to attain a better quality of life. And the second one would be addressed by the second chapter and the third chapter about managing and caring for the self. In conclusion of this orientation of the course, the main objective of taking the course is somehow to attain a certain sense of self-knowledge for each one of you. Of course, I will discourage you to take the course of simply getting higher grades. Okay, I hope most of you or all of you should have in mind the main objective of attaining self-knowledge while taking the course the whole semester. It should be the main focus in taking this course. Self-knowledge will give you a sense of direction in life. With some sense of direction, you feel your life with meaning. Meaning you are happy with your life. You're not living your life in desperation, failures, all negativities in life. And so far, that is all for the orientation, and thank you very much.